If you are struggling to find an AI tool that really understands your needs in real time, it's time to meet Gemini 2.0 Flash. Think about it. What if your AI assistant could see, hear, and respond to you like a real person? By the end of this video, you'll know all about Gemini 2.0 Flash, which is Google's innovative multimodal AI tool, and you'll learn how to actually access it, how to utilize it, especially the voice, the webcam, and the screen sharing features, and how to apply practical tips that can boost your productivity and creativity. And the best part is that you don't need advanced technical skills to make this work. As the founder of a successful AI automation agency, I'm very excited to see where Gemini 2.0 is going to go. And I'm also excited to bring this video to you because I think you can get a lot of value out of it. So, in this video, this is what I'm going to cover. Number one, I'm going to introduce you to Gemini 2.0 Flash. I'm going to give you an overview of its multimodal features, including voice, interaction, webcam integration, and a bunch of other stuff. Number two, I'm going to show you how to access Gemini for free. So I'll give you a step-by-step guide to accessing it through Google's AI Studio. Number three, I'm going to give you an overview of this AI Studio. So I'll simplify the platform. I'll give you the quick ways to access it so you can start using it today. I'll speak about using regular prompts and how we can do this very fast in Gemini. And we'll look at the different models that you can use and the different models that you can use inside the studio. So if that sounds good, let's get right into it. So here, I'm in aistudio.google.com, and this is where you can start using Gemini for free. When you are in this screen, you will see a few things here. So you can get an API key if you want to use it through an API. But what we're going to do in this video is look at the create prompt and the stream real time. Before we do, on the right-hand side here, you can notice that you have the model. So there's access to Gemini 1.5 Pro, Flash, and Flash 8 billion model. And there are the preview models. So there's Gemini 2.0, Experimental, 2.0 Flash Thinking Experimental, and Learn LM. And there's a bunch of other models as well. You have the token count. So how many tokens are used for content generation out of the total amount of content that you have available. You can set the temperature, so you can get more creative or less creative in your answers or in the answers that the AI gives you. So this value can be anywhere between 0 and 2. I'm just trying to get it to 1. Yep. Tools, so you can get structured output. You can run generated code in a sandbox environment without internet access, when you turn that on or off. You can call different functions. There's a grounding toggle, which is search results and provide links to relevant sources. So this is great if you want to get citations. And there's a bunch of other settings. So save the settings, add the stop sequence, output length, and stop beat. If you have ever used Make before, you might recognize some of these things that are similar to using OpenAI or using Claude when it comes to prompting. And I just realized that my face was all over that. So yeah, these are the options that you have in this right-hand side menu of Google AI Studio. But let me just move this back here. Over here, there's the simple question: what will you build? And that's a very good question to ask. Here, first of all, you have the system instructions. So you can say you are an intelligent content creation expert. Give me an introduction or an article about training your dog. You can hit run. So this is very similar to running a system, a user type of prompt in other tools. Okay, here are a few introduction options for an article about training your dog, each with a slightly different angle. Choose the one that best fits your overall tone and focus of your article. So I have option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4. Nice. So I like that I get 4 options as well when I just ask for an introduction. I guess as testing this out, this is a good thing. It also gives you why this works. So the introduction is more straightforward. This focuses on the emotional connection. This directly addresses common pain points. And this offers a broader perspective on dog training. Okay, fair enough. What I want to show you is this stream real time. And once I'm here, you'll notice that I can only access the Gemini 2.0 Flash experiment. And this is Multimodal Live API with Gemini 2.0. Start interacting in real time using text, voice, video, or screen sharing. So you can talk to Gemini, you can show Gemini, or you can share your screen. So this is pretty cool. So what I'm going to try doing, and I'll see if I manage to make this work, is try these three models in like while recording a video. So let's start with talk to Gemini. So here I just need to allow my microphone, and I'm just going to go with a different microphone to ensure that this works. And what I'm going to do is, while on the side.
Okay, I understand you're talking about something being on the site. Is there anything specific you'd like to discuss about it?
Can you help me with creating an article about training my dog? I want the introduction to be about the emotional pain points that training dogs brings with it.
Sure, I can help with that. So, you're looking for an introduction that focuses on the emotional challenges of dog training?
Yes, correct.
All right, let's brainstorm some ideas for that introduction. What are some of the emotional pain points that you have experienced or that you think people experience while training their dog?
I think the most common frustration is that the dog isn't actually doing what the owner wants them to do, and it takes a lot of repetitions and time to actually get the dog to do the right things.
That's a great point. The frustration of repetition and time commitment can definitely be emotionally draining. What other emotional challenges come to mind?
What do you think? Give me some ideas.
Okay, how about the feeling of guilt when you feel you're not being patient enough, or the discouragement that comes when you feel like your dog is not making progress? Do those resonate with you?
I like the guilt angle. Tell me more about it.
Okay, so the guilt can stem from various sources, such as feeling like you're not training your dog correctly, or feeling like you're being too harsh, or not understanding your dog's needs. Does that seem accurate?
Awesome. So as you can see, I just stopped the recording here. I get the text and the voice. And what I really like is that it is super fast. And I can also like play any of these responses back again.
That's a great point. The
Okay, how
frustration
about
of
the feeling of
repetition guilt when you feel you're not.
I can also download any of these so I can save them locally as well.
Okay, so the guilt.
So this is the first thing. And as you can see here, I can also have the output format, which is audio. I can also, if I go back to stream in real time, I can choose the output format, so audio or text. I can choose the voice, so POC is the default. And I have also those options that I was mentioning before enabled as well. So code execution, function calling, and so on and so forth. What I will say is that this doesn't save any of the conversations you have. So as you can see, once I went back here, there's no way to save this by default as of now. So that's one thing to keep in mind before exiting that menu. So now let's try and use this to show Gemini. So essentially use your webcam to share what you're looking at and get real-time feedback. So I'm going to allow this and let's see if this will work since I'm already using the camera. Yeah, maybe won't work. So let me try this slightly differently. Okay, so what I've done is I've quickly got another webcam that I have. And I'm just going to try this again with the second webcam. So I'm going to, yep, perfect. So this is already listening. So I'm just going to stop the recording and start it as of now. Yeah, that's not a very fancy still. So let's share camera.
Okay, the person in the video is speaking, and they're wearing headphones with a microphone. They appear to be in a room with a bulletin board behind them, and they have a beard and short hair. They seem to be getting ready to explain something.
What can you tell me now about the person in the picture?
The person in the picture is wearing glasses, and they're also wearing headphones with a microphone. They have a beard and short hair and are wearing a light-colored jacket with a red collar and a patterned shirt underneath. They seem to be looking at the camera and talking.
Nice. You are a very detailed-oriented AI. What can you tell me about the person based on your observations?
Sure, the person appears to be a young adult male with short hair and a beard. He's wearing headphones with a microphone, a light-colored
Okay,
jacket with a
but
red.
what can you conclude based on these observations?
Based on the observations, I can conclude that the person is likely engaged in some sort of online activity, given he's wearing headphones with a microphone. He is likely in his personal space, as there is a door in the background and a bulletin board. He is also wearing a jacket, so I would assume the temperature is cool. Do you want me to try to draw any other conclusions?
If you see that the person has this next to them, what else can you conclude?
Okay, seeing the stream deck suggests that the person is likely involved in content creation or live streaming. The device allows for quick access to various functions and shortcuts, which are often used in those activities.
Nice. What else can you tell me about the Stream Deck? What can you do with it?
With the Stream Deck, you can control various software and hardware functions, launch applications, switch scenes, adjust audio levels, trigger macros, and more, all with the simple press of a button. It's often used by streamers, content creators, and anyone who wants to streamline their workflow.
Nice. So as you can see, that really, and hopefully this is still all recording well, but as you can see, that is very quick. It allows you to have a look at what is happening in your environment just by putting something in front of your webcam. And you can also get the AI to make conclusions based on all that. So what I want to show you next is the option that is called share your screen. And what I'm doing here as I'm speaking is signing into make.com. So you follow this channel for a bit, you know that this is my favorite no-code automation tool to build automations. And what I want to do is try and see if I can get Gemini's help to build like a very simple automation. So here I have a new scenario in make.com. And what I'm going to do is share my screen, and let's share window, let's share entire screen, share. Can you see my screen and what can you see on it?
Yes, I can see your screen. I see a web page with a purple circle in the middle with a plus sign in it and a list of apps on the right side.
Good. Can you identify what this screen is representing or what website I'm visiting?
Sure, the screen you are showing is the new scenario page from make.com. It shows a plus button to add a new module and a list of apps and modules on the right.
Nice. That is correct. What I want to do is have a simple scenario that listens for a webhook and then outputs or returns a webhook response saying, I got it. How can I build this in make.com?
To start, click the purple plus button and then select webhooks from the list of apps. From there, you can configure the webhook in response.
Okay, what do I do now?
Now you should click on the Custom Webhook option under the Triggers section, since you want the webhook to listen for incoming
Okay.
data.
And now? What do I do now?
Now click the Add button so that you can create a new webhook.
And now?
Now give your new webhook a name, then click the Save button.
What do I do now?
Now click the Copy Address to Clipboard button so that you can use the webhook's URL, then press OK.
Great. And now?
Now you need to add a new module. Click the Add Another Module button.
What do I do now?
Now click on Webhooks in the Apps and Scenarios section, since you want to create a webhook response.
Awesome. What do I do now?
Now you should enter a status code of 200, and then click on the Body option to configure the response body.
So what should I put in this field?
In that field, enter the text, I got it, since you want the webhook to return that text.
Do I hit cancel?
Now click OK to save the response body.
Okay, great. What happens next?
Now you have completed the basic scenario. You can now run the scenario by clicking the Run Once button on the bottom left to test it out.
Okay, and how do I test it?
To test the scenario, you need to send a request to the webhook URL you copied earlier. The scenario will then return the I got it message.
And how do I do that?
You can send a request to the webhook URL using a tool like Postman or curl.
Is there a simpler way of sending this request?
Yes, you can use the webhook site tool, which can provide a temporary URL that you can send the request to and see the result immediately.
Is there an even simpler way?
For testing purposes, there are several browser extensions that simplify sending HTTP requests that may be even easier to use than webhook.
Is it possible to use my browser only with no additional tools?
Yes, you can send a simple GET request through your browser by pasting the webhook URL into the address bar. However, you won't be able to send a POST request with a request body using that method.
Okay, I think I got it, literally. Is this what I'm supposed to see?
Yes, that's exactly what you should see. The text, I got it, confirms that the webhook is working correctly.
Okay, great. And what does status 200 mean here?
A status code of 200 means that the webhook was successful, and it returned the response, I got it, as expected.
Okay, so as you can see, that is pretty cool and pretty helpful. It's not the best if you are setting up something complicated. Obviously, this would take a very long time, but at the same time, it will get you 80% of the way there if you are patient and take your time to create this in a step-by-step fashion. What I would like to understand now is how many tokens I've used. So I'm not sure if I can have a look at that, because this is just showing how many tokens are used for a specific thing. And yeah, if I go to stream real time, I can't see any of that. So yeah, I'm not sure about that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun trying this Gemini 2.0 version model. If you have any comments, let me know in the comments below, and I'll be happy to create videos around these new topics. In the meantime, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss future videos. And if you want to use AI and automation in your business, check out the link in the description as well. I'll speak to you soon.